We've got a first-hand look at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Since it was first announced that Star Wars fans would be getting their very own theme park expansion at Disneyland and Disney World, details have been scarcer than Naboo Royal Starship parts in Mos Espa. To ramp up excitement for the grand opening of Galaxy's Edge, which opens its doors this summer in Anaheim's Disneyland and this fall at Disney World in Orlando, Disney is releasing tie-in novels and comics with more info about the land's official in-galaxy setting, the planet Batuu. As we previously learned from StarWars.com, Batuu is a remote outpost on the Galaxy's Edge, see what they did there, and is home to those who prefer to stay out of the mainstream and a thriving port for smugglers, rogue traders, and adventurers traveling between the frontier and uncharted space. It has also become a safe haven for those looking to avoid the attention of the First Order. Batuu is also home to Black Spire Outpost, the largest settlement on the planet, which has become a haven for the galaxy's most colorful and notorious characters. However, fans have still been hungry to learn more about the experiences, attractions, and everything in between at Galaxy's Edge, so we sent Nerdist's very own Amy Ratcliffe to get a closer look at what to expect. Here's everything she saw at Galaxy's Edge. First up, let's get into what everyone goes to Disneyland for in the first place, the rides. At Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, there are two, Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. According to Amy, the premise of the Millennium Falcon ride focuses on Star Wars Rebels character Hondo Ohnaka, who is using the Falcon for illegal shipments and is putting together a new crew. So the ride will allow guests to sit in the cockpit of the Falcon herself, and it operates in groups of 6, with passengers getting to play the role of pilot, gunner, or engineer, working together to complete a successful mission. While Amy didn't get to take the Falcon out for a test ride, she did say the queue is a great recreation of the Millennium Falcon and to expect to see porgs. Of course, the bigger attraction at Galaxy's Edge is Rise of the Resistance. The story of this ride involves Rey and an animatronic BB-8 recruiting park guests to complete a mission for the Resistance, with Poe Dameron escorting you in his X-Wing. However, your ship gets caught in a Star Destroyer's tractor beam, and you encounter the First Order, seeing Kylo Ren, stormtroopers, and more. Other details, including this illustration of Rise of the Resistance, show sections where riders will circle around the feet of walkers, seemingly in the midst of a battle between the Resistance and the First Order. However, Amy stressed that what she saw was just one portion of the experience, and mentioned that Disney Chairman of Parks, Experiences, and Products Bob Chapek mentioned it's the longest attraction we've ever developed with a ride vehicle. Chapek also said Rise of the Resistance is almost like being on 4 attractions at once, so we're super excited to get fully immersed. Next, let's talk about the costumes that Amy saw. Disneyland employees, who are typically referred to as cast members, will be rocking a variety of digs across Galaxy's Edge, depending on their outpost and role. We got to see some photos of villagers who are in some standard Star Wars-y get-ups, which resemble the rebel ponchos we saw on the forest moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi, and more casual wear we've seen in the prequels. There are also cast members in Resistance uniform and in First Order uniform, and these cast members will primarily be seen in the Rise of the Resistance attraction. And what about some of the characters we might see on Batuu? Well, besides the ones we've mentioned, Nine Nub will make an appearance in the Rise of the Resistance ride, and press materials mention seeing everyone's favorite former stormtrooper Finn, as well as Chewbacca, walking around Black Spire Outpost. One of Disneyland and Disney World's most creative innovations have been through animatronics and immersive attraction technology. Amy got to take a trip to Lucasfilm and check in with what Disney calls the Imagineering department to talk about what we'll be seeing when Galaxy's Edge is complete. One of the animatronics we've already mentioned is Hondo Ohnaka on the Millennium Falcon ride. Another animatronic Amy spotted is DJ Rex, who is known to Disneyland fans as the original pilot of Star Tours. He's posted up in Oga's Cantina, spinning tunes and keeping diners entertained. There's also an animatronic Doc Ondar, who operates one of the shops on Batuu. While these are just a few of the animatronics Amy got to see, there might be a few more surprises popping up when Galaxy's Edge opens. And now that we've given you a Sarlacc-sized bite of what's to come, let's check in with our own Amy Ratcliffe for more. Amy, what's the one thing Star Wars fans are going to freak out over at Galaxy's Edge?
All of it is the easy answer. It's like you're in Star Wars, like you're living in a Star Wars, I like to say. I got to try, oh man, food. I got to eat kadu ribs. I tried a Tatooine sunset beverage, a fuzzy tauntaun.
I'm on board.
There's a creature shop. I want to adopt everything. They all make noises. You get to wander a marketplace with just unique merchandise like lightsabers and kyber crystals and holocrons. But if I had to pick one single thing, it's got to be the Rise of the Resistance attraction. You just get to experience such like a big scale. It's like a big operation. You exit a shuttle, go into a giant Star Destroyer hangar, see 50 stormtroopers in front of you.
That's pretty cool.
And like cast members dressed as First Order are going to be yelling at you to like move along. You go into a detention cell. Like there's just a lot going on, and you feel like I am in the Resistance. I've been recruited for this mission, and I am in serious trouble.
Oh, awesome. Well, thanks, Amy. For more, check out all of Amy's coverage of her Galaxy's Edge visit on Nerdist.com right now. But what do you folks think? Will you be lining up to get into Galaxy's Edge on day one? Do you see yourself siding with the Resistance or the First Order? And what obscure character do you hope will pop up in Oga's Cantina? Let's discuss. Be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified anytime we go live with the show or drop a new video. And if you're looking for more Star Wars, check out our latest Nerdist Presents, A Star Wars is Born, a duet between Rey and Kylo Ren to the tune of Shallow. You can check it out right now on Nerdist YouTube.